to try and cover his teammate, who now slips behind him a toe. Daniel Ricciardo in third already. It's Sebastian Vettel pressurising Max Verstappen down the inside. Round the outside goes Nico Rosberg into turn one, ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Then sets in Daniel Ricciardo, and then Sebastian Vettel ahead of Max Verstappen. Good start from Carlos Sainz. He's ahead of Valtteri Bottas. Round turn three we go, and it's Nico Rosberg, and Hamilton's onto the grass, and Hamilton's had a massive crash, and he's crashed into his teammate. The two Mercedes come together as Hamilton tried to pass on the inside, and he can cover his hands over his eyes, and he won't want to see that again. Two silver arrows have crashed on the opening lap. Hamilton takes out his teammates, and there will be a big inquiry behind closed doors into that.
But look at this. This is now they're quite a long way apart, but Lewis gets such a launch off the top of turn three, and he's now up the inside, and I'm afraid Nico Rosberg has got to take every bit as much blame for that as Lewis Hamilton, and I don't think he recognised quite how quickly his teammate was on him. He's covered him off, but he covered him off too late.
Before the braking zone. Oh, and there's someone gone into the tyre barrier on the exit of Radion, and it is the Renault of Kevin Magnussen.
I think if he'd got a puncture now, it would have shown up at the bottom of the hill. This all looks completely normal. He didn't take too much curb, but the back end gets away. He turns into the slide and does a tank slapper on him. And I'm afraid there's only one thing going to happen after that. You're going straight to the scene of the accident.
Or more seconds by running at a lower pace.
And off gone Gutierrez.
Damage at the rear.
In the Haas, and Esteban Gutierrez on his return to Formula One has damaged the car and has gone off and out of the race. Now, will this require a safety car?
Oh, got a car in the barrier as well. The driver climbing out. Is that Button? No, Alonso's car. And thankfully we can see Fernando is moving. That's down into the braking zone in turn three.
My goodness, there's been a huge accident. Thank goodness to see Fernando Alonso is okay.
Oh, that is so good to see Fernando walk away from the wreckage of that car, and respect between the drivers.
Safety car has been deployed, no surprise there. But my goodness, that has been an absolutely massive accident.
Actually, is that down into... No, it's turn three, isn't it?
I think it is.
There I thought it was
it's the,
turn one, but
it's the area where Martin Brundle famously had a huge accident.
Yeah, over the back of me, actually. And Jacques Villeneuve, as well, had a big crash. And you can see that the nose of the car, and as the car has...
My goodness, look at the debris.
Under the braking zone, that the contact between the two cars has happened. Right, here we go. Fernando, DRS open, moves to the outside, catches the back of the car, and that just looks like a... Thankfully, at that point, the driver's head has not come any contact with the ground. And spectacular crash there. And that just looks like Fernando maybe misjudged the closing speed. Let's see if Gutierrez continued to move to the left through the braking. You're not allowed to have a change of track position in the braking phase. Fernando's in the slipstream, pulls to the outside, and I don't think he realised just how early Gutierrez was going to brake.
Yeah.
Completely unsighted on that. And it's...
Wow.
And, well...
That was a very big accident there for Fernando Alonso. Esteban Gutierrez spinning into the gravel as the McLaren Honda hurtled into the tyre wall. And in fact, we're seeing the red flag.
There's so much debris on the track.
Yeah, being stopped completely. The cars, oh, look, took the camera out. It went straight into the camera there.
Yeah.
My goodness. And Alonso, I mean, you remember the accident, he's had a couple of big accidents in recent years. Last year, of course, Kimi Raikkonen ended up over the top of him. He had that accident where a car went over him at Spa a few years ago, but that is certainly the biggest accident I've seen him have in a very long time.